Hi, I'm Allison Miller with Babysitting Connection. I have 3 boys, ages 8, 6, and 2.5, and I'm married to a philosophy professor. So I have moved all over the place throughout my life. I was born in Georgia, lived here in Utah for a little bit in elementary school. I went to California when I was about 9 or 10, and then when I was 16, my parents actually moved us to Austin, Texas. And it was such a different culture. It was insane. Everything's bigger in Texas, like they always say, and they're obsessed with football. Marching band was huge. They're obsessed with Texas itself, and they're always saying y'all, right? And I just kind of I stood my ground, and I said, no, I'm gonna be Californian. I'm not gonna say y'all, I'm not gonna become Texan. Now that I came back here to Utah a couple years ago, now I'm all Texan. I always say y'all, and I wanna identify as Texan. I love it. You'll hear me saying y'all now, so. I discovered Babysitting Connection when I was in Austin, Texas, and I needed a babysitter at the time. I had a part-time job, and then I ended up going back full-time, but it was remote, and so I didn't need like a constant 9-to-5 nanny per se, with the baby being so young and napping all the time. And so I ended up finding this company called Babysitting Connection, where it was super flexible, scheduling a sitter, kind of ad hoc, more of a babysitting agency than a nanny agency. And I just thought it was brilliant. I loved the business model, and I signed up as a mom myself. And having that experience, when I moved back out here to Utah, I thought it would be amazing to have that here too. I want it selfishly for myself, but I think that the moms here in Utah could also benefit from it. So I asked Beth if she would be interested in expanding it out here to Utah, and she said yes. So here we are. Babysitting Connection is a babysitting agency, basically. You know, you have those nanny agencies that help you connect with a nanny that you can have kind of longer term for your family, for your life. This is more of a babysitting agency where they have a roster of sitters that are vetted, background checked, they've been interviewed, they are CPR certified, they've had paid childcare experience in the past, they can drive, right? And then what's great too about this is not only is there a roster of sitters available, but there's a scheduling system. One of the greatest things about Babysitting Connection is how easy it is to book sitters, and we actually have an app where you can do that. There's a home tab for kind of some newsletters, FAQs. You can add a booking, you can look at your favorite candidates, and then you can look at your scheduled sits in the future, and then go ahead and book a new one if you need to. And you'll be able to see the available sitters on the app, and even if they're not available at the time that you're requested, you can still submit it, and the team of moms on the back end of Babysitting Connection will broadcast it out to all the sitters available in the area. So it's an easy, super convenient way to book a trusted and vetted and verified sitter. So for MomTribe, we have an offer to be able to take advantage of this Babysitting Connection scheduling app for 1 month. So we want to make sure that you can see it for free, understand how the app works, maybe even try to book a sitter or 2 in the next month, and test us out, because we want you to know how easy it is to book trusted and vetted sitters with us.